Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I am Ep0 of the MobCave. Welcome to Bass Race, my episode 0. I am going to be recording Bass Race, the beta, and when it's fully released, as a new series. And this is my episode 0 because I just wanted to talk a little bit about the items that I've put down for everyone. So if you're following the series, or if you're taking part yourself, you'll know what to expect. So yeah, here is our list. I'm sorry, by the way, if you can hear a fan in the background. It's my computer fan. I have a new computer, which is why I'm actually using shaders. This is Sonic Ether's unbelievable shaders, and it really is nice. In 1.8 it's a little bit glitchy at the moment because of the shaders mod. And it's quite funny, there are some wavy trees and stuff which don't actually make any sense. But you'll see that in good time. Yeah, the one thing about my computer is that it needs a new fan, because this one goes crazy. And I do have one, it just needs to be put in. So that'll be sorted very soon. I hope it's not affecting the quality of the audio too much. Anyway, back to this. Yeah, first thing is the obsidian. That means, of course, that we're going to need 3 diamonds before we can mine any of that. And that's the thing that could take most of the time. You know, in Minecraft, when you're looking for diamonds, sometimes they just cannot be found. I know that especially from playing UHC. You've got to go and find 5 diamonds. For this, of course, you only need 3 diamonds, so maybe a little bit easier. Also, coal, that's 12 coal blocks, which is like 108 coal that you're going to need. So that's a thing, that's something to, especially with building torches and stuff along the way. You're going to be using coal and you're going to be needing coal, so remember that. This is a very iron-heavy load, and considering the theme is an industrial city build, I think that kind of makes sense. So yeah, we've got the 20 iron ore, we've got a very damaged anvil, and we have 6 pistons, 32 iron bars, a water bucket, lava bucket, and a minecart. So that is a lot of iron ore you're going to need. I think in total it is 86 iron ore that you're going to need, over a stack. Yeah, in the description and in the description of the announcement video, I'm including a spreadsheet which has all of the items, it has all of the raw materials for each of those items, and it has a list of the full raw materials that you'll need. It's really helpful. It really is. It helps a lot if you know exactly what you need to be after before you're going to get it. Not just thinking, I need pistons, but not actually thinking that that takes 3 wood, 4 cobblestone, 1 redstone, and 1 iron ingot. So yeah, it's useful to have that right in front of you, which I do now. I've got it stuck up to my Ivar shelf. You're going to need a stack of redstone between the pistons and the redstone torches, so that's a thing. Yeah, this is the first beta test where it is both parts of the test. I have had one before where it was the chest challenge, where you're trying to fill up the chest with all these things. But it didn't go on to the second part, which is making a build out of all of these things. And I've tried my best to explain the rules in the announcement video, and in a rules book in there. So I think it's pretty clear. I've even left a couple of notes out here. You may use any type of rail and any type of minecart in your build. So when you're actually building something, these rails could be powered rails or activated rails or any of the other type of rails, and these minecarts could be a minecart chest or a minecart furnace or hopper or TNT even. Yeah, any type of minecart. You are actually going to need TNT in this build, not in the build, in the chest, which means that whilst you're looking for things, you're going to have to definitely be hunting down creepers. I mean, you're going to have to be mining a bit to get all the gold, iron, coal, diamonds and stuff, so hopefully you'll find creepers whilst you're down there, but it might be beneficial to have a look in the day, not in the daytime, at night time, just roaming around on the surface. I'm saying all these little tips and stuff for your benefit as well as mine, I'm definitely going to have to remember all of these things whilst I'm going about, because these are the kind of things that you'll forget as you go around. Yeah, so I think that's the main thing about the items. Nothing too tricky. You're going to need a couple of ink sacs, so you've got to kill a couple of squids on your way around. But yeah, in general, I think this is one of the easier ones that I've made so far. The previous one was a little too grindy. It had hay bales and stuff, and that meant growing wheat for ages, and that just wasn't... well, it was very time-consuming. But this one, I think, it should be a much quicker one, depending on if you can find the gold and the diamonds. Yeah, so when this is in full release, at the moment it's just a beta, I'm intending it to be a recorded challenge that people put up. They put up 40 minutes per week. That's the idea. As long as people are keeping to a kind of a general loose schedule of 40 minutes per week, then everyone will be playing for the same amount of time. You know, the challenge is to do it within 2 hours and 40 minutes, which is 40 minutes per week for 4 weeks, until they get the first part of the challenge done, the chest challenge. So yeah, that doesn't have to be a 40-minute video per week. For example, I'm going to be doing 2 20-minute videos. If you wanted, you could do 4 10-minute videos, or you could split it completely unevenly, have a 28-minute video and a 12-minute video, if you wanted. It's getting dark. I love the lighting in the shaders mod. This is the first time I've actually been able to try out shaders mods, and it's just so nice. Yeah, also in the full release, there'll be other things like I'll be including little other challenges and stuff. Like, I haven't included one this time, but when it comes to the build, I'm thinking of setting down a particular biome or something that you have to build in. So you have to actually go out and explore and find a biome that you have to build in. Or there'll be little other things like you have to get a record from a creeper or something whilst you're going around doing your thing. And they're just little extra challenges, so then they don't have to be done, but you know, you get extra kudos if you do. Yeah. I wanted to actually talk a little bit about the evolution of Base Race, because it wasn't just an idea that popped into my head. It's something that we've been playing as a family for some time, but in a different form. Several years ago, we started off with a tower challenge, we called it, where there was a massive, I think, 50-block high tower, which was 4 blocks by 50, going all the way up, of different blocks with different orientations. X-Hawk87 made a mod which actually made these randomly for us. And we had to replicate it. So basically we had to go out and collect all of these items, racing each other to do it in the same world. It was really fun. And then creating the tower. The problem with that was that the tower ended up being really annoying to replicate. Because getting the orientation right for things like, say there was a furnace in there and it was the furnace front was facing inwards, then you wouldn't know which way exactly it was facing. So you had to do all these little things trying to get it right, and by trial and error you'd eventually get something close to the final tower. So what we decided to do is turn it into a chest challenge, which is much more like the start of this. We had a chest, it was full of items, and we had to go out, I think it was all me and my mum all going around trying to find all of these items to replicate a chest. And that was much easier because you open it up and you see that you've got the numbers of each different type of item. And you could just put it into chests right next to it, and yeah, much easier. So this is kind of a little bit somewhere in between the two, because you end up having to replicate a chest full of stuff, and then whereas in the first one you had to build the tower, this time you get to build whatever your own thing is within a theme. So it allows you to be a lot more creative. I'm hoping that people are going to really enjoy this because it gives... It has a little bit of something for everyone, I feel. Because you've got this whole challenge bit where you have to speed run and get all the different items as fast as you can. So that includes caving and mining and, all the Minecrafty things and exploring. And then you've got this build challenge afterwards. So you get to be creative and you get to watch other people's videos and see what they've created. And it just I'm hoping that we can get a really nice kind of community feel out of Base Race. And yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say. I really hope that you will join me for the race, and I hope you really enjoy it, and I hope that you can give me some feedback and things don't go wrong or anything like that. I'm pretty sure we've got a pretty solid format now. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. I have been Ep0, and I will see you for the first episode of Base Race very soon. Bye!